What's up, people? Wait, no. Hey, it's Ark from Firearms Nation, and today, Nation, we're talking about competition. So you got a brand new gun and you want to get better at shooting. So what do? Like anybody else, me included, you go to the range and you get these big targets with all these circles on it. And then you just sit there and you're just, you're just blinking away and blinking away. Well, actually you couldn't do that. You just got to go 1, 2, 3. They won't let you shoot fast. They won't let you reload. They won't let you move. Very restrictive. And if you're lucky enough to go to an outside range, well, it's even better. You're not breathing in all that junk and it's not so crazy. But still, you got people who are like waving their arms around with the guns and they're excited and they're like, yay, I'm shooting. It's not helping you get better. Well, what will make you get better is if you just go out to competition. And if you found this video, then maybe you're already looking to get into competition. You don't have to be in competition to become the next Grandmaster champion, traveling the world, getting cars and women and money, not in shooting. No, that would be a different type of competition. Maybe football or soccer, or in other parts of the world, they call football soccer, or vice versa. But anyways, you're here for one thing and one thing only, and that is how to get into competition. Let me tell you a little story. I got a gun. I learned to shoot, and it never got any better. Just wouldn't get any better. Having all sorts of problems with the gun, with the shooting, just barely making qualifications. Okay, well, one day someone said, my son, you should start competing. Okay, I always wanted to, but I'm like, those guys are much better than me. I don't want this. I'm going to suck. Wah, wah, wah. But actually, I went, and that first day, it was a steel competition, and it was kind of fun. I'll tell you the truth. It was kind of fun. Got out there and made noise and wasn't moving around, but it was definitely different than, just putting up the target, like I said, and standing still and shooting. Here, I was shooting different targets and making noise and stuff. Had a blast. Didn't do too well, but who cares? I was doing something different. The next week, I came out to like a real competition where they had paper targets and swinging things and all sorts of craziness. Had a blast. Again, this was so much fun, and I was moving and reloading, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was shooting every target I could see, even the no shoots, but so what? I was out there having fun, and I got hooked. And I said, I want to get better. Do I need to be fast? And they said, yes. And I said, well, do I need to be accurate? And they said, yes. I was like, well, how do you do that? And they're like, I don't know. Most people have a hard time with it. You got to take classes. You got to watch channels like this channel, Firearms Nation. Listen to the Firearms Nation podcast where we talk to people. And also maybe watch the Shooter Summit where you learn from the top firearms instructors, both tactical and competitive, from the SWAT officer to the soccer mom. Everyone deserves to become a better shooter and to protect themselves. But I digress. Well, there are two types of pistol competitions that I'm going to talk about in these videos, and that is USPSA, which stands for United States Practical, not pistol, everybody says pistol, no, Practical Shooting Association, because it's practical. You're doing practical things, like shooting swingers. I see those everywhere. No, I get the concept. It's someone popping out. But anyways, that's one. The other one is IDPA, or International Defensive Pistol Association. And that's where, you're shooting from a concealment garment, you're shooting behind cover, you're shooting different ways, reloading different ways. They call that defensive, and USPSA is more like offense, because you're doing, in my opinion, more creative style shooting. But let's talk today about USPSA. In both, they do have what is generally considered an entry-level division. And USPSA is production. It's a production gun. Here, it's my SIG P320. This is my competition gun. It's just set up a little bit differently, a little bit different texture here. Right out of the box, you have your gun, you take it to a match, and technically go and shoot it. Well, you're gonna need a holster too. A lot of these guns come with a holster now. So at the bare minimum, to go to a USPSA match this weekend, you need a gun, which fits in the category of a production gun. You need magazines. 2 magazines will work. Probably better to have more like 5 magazines. You'll need a belt with a holster, obviously to hold your gun, and then mag pouches to hold your magazines. That's it. Pretty easy. You can take a stock gun and compete at the core level in this division, and you're gonna be fine. Now, for production, it shoots minor, and I don't wanna get crazy, minor, major, but basically it's shooting 9mm across the board, right? That's how it's scored. You need a gun that shoots a 9. A lot of guns are shooting 9s. I think it's a great choice anyways. Modern ammunition is really good. The FBI just went to a 9mm round. Guys, 9mm is fine. I know. I'm getting that internet attack. 45 is a man's gun. Well, yes, okay. All right, 45 is a man's gun. Bigger bullet, stopping power. Oh my God, we're just gonna get assaulted here. That's okay. I like the 9. I think it's a great round. It allows me to carry more rounds than you 45 people. I know, one stop, shot, whatever. 9 is fine, but for production, it's gonna be 9, and it's gonna be a magazine filled with 10 rounds only. Why 10 rounds? Well, when they started this all up in production, California has a restriction on they can only have 10 rounds in their magazines. Some other states have now problems. New York is one of them. So just to make it fair, they said, okay, 10 rounds across the board in your magazines. It's gonna force you to reload. Most of these stages have more than 10 rounds. So it's gonna force you to reload, which is a good thing. You wanna be able to reload. That might happen in a gunfight, right? You're defending yourself from the zombies. You're gonna have to reload because there's a lot of zombies out there. So this is one of the things you're gonna be practicing. Also, with your gun, all right? Basically the rules, they go in depth with a lot of different things. You're gonna need a gun, right? This is pretty much a stock gun. It's an empty gun for the purposes of this video. Obviously in competition, you're going to be shooting with live rounds. And then one more thing with the magazine, I forgot about it. You can, with a loaded start, you can have a round in the chamber because gamers be gamers. If I got a round in the chamber and I only have 10 here, right? I'm still good. That's the letter of the law. Yes, it's the letter of the law. So you'll actually have 11 rounds. But if you do that on an unloaded start stage, you're screwed. So anyways, getting back to the gun. The gun. You can see on this gun, I have fiber optic sights. Generally, fiber optic sights are a good way to go because most of these matches are shot in daylight situations. That fiber is just gonna glow and you're gonna see it really clear. And one of the things, if you watch some of these earlier videos, we talk about shooting with seeing your front sight. Very important, seeing it rise out of your rear notch. So this is an adjustable rear sight. Some people don't, they have standard fixed rear sights. Either one is fine. Some people like shooting black sights because it allows them to be very accurate. You can play around with it. That's the nice thing about this. You can play around, figure out what works for you. The guns have to meet a certain size and weight restriction. Again, gamer be gamers. These guns coming out now, they are fitting the letter of the law to the T. These are heavy guns. The metal guns are super heavy because, they got the metal parts as opposed to these plastic ones. So they put a heavy guide rod in, At the end of the day, if you just bought a gun for self-defense and you want to just get time behind it, you don't have to do all this stuff. The sights that you have on the gun will work. The gun itself will work. The magazines will work. And that's the point of production. You'll be able to go right away and shoot and get time. So you know what it's like. You know, when you get in competition, there's going to be a timer. That's a little sound dampening thing there. But there'll be a timer behind you, and that causes stress. People watching you shoot, really, they don't care. But in your mind, it causes stress. All this is good because you want to have that kind of pressure on you. Just even wanting to do well is a form of pressure. So this is all good, as opposed to just standing on the line and pulling the trigger and trying to make a bullseye. Once you know how to make an accurate shot, guys, you don't need to keep doing that. You know you can make an accurate shot, but can you reload on the move? Can you engage multiple targets? Can you engage moving targets? That's why competition is so important. I wish more people would. There are 100 million gun owners out there. I'm not quoting NRA, I'm just making a guess because I know there's a lot of guns out in the United States. A lot of gun owners. Only 27 and change thousand shooting USPSA. That blows my mind. I'm glad that it's there, but that blows my mind. If you get a gun to protect your life, you need to get better at it. Unless you're in, a specialized military unit, or you're, in law enforcement and you're out there doing the job and training, most of the regular Joes are not going to get that kind of benefit. And that's where competition, and even the cops, should come out and compete. Because again, it's time behind the gun and it's under stress. You're not going to get that really anywhere. Not even in drills in a class. It's just not the same. Competition works. And there's a reason why the top elite military units like Delta Force, those guys went out to the top competitors to learn how to be fast and accurate, because they saw these guys were doing it and they said, hey, we should be doing it. And to this day, they still do that. They still reach out to these top competitive shooters. God bless them for doing that. And God bless and thank them for the job that they do. Everybody in the military, everybody in the law enforcement, thank you for what you do. And the beauty of competition too, if you're in law enforcement, you can shoot with your duty gear. Isn't that amazing? I bet you didn't know that, law enforcement guy or gal. You can shoot with your duty gear. Again, you don't think about, well, I gotta win. That's not important. What's important is that you're doing it and you're shooting it in all sorts of different things. And like I said before, USPSA is more considered offense because you can be really creative and run around and do all sorts of things. And this is not gonna be a video that competition will get you killed. If you watch the Shooter Summit, and I talked to all these tactical guys who are also competitive guys, they said the same thing. Competition will not get you killed. It'll teach you how to be better. Because when you're shooting competition, you know you're shooting competition. When you're in a real gunfight, you know you're in a real gunfight. The skill sets are different. But again, this video is not for that. Competition, how to start competing, that's what this video is. All this stuff, law enforcement guys, you can wear your duty gear, you can wear your whole kit if you want to, you can shoot in uniform if you want to, but get the skills to shoot at moving targets, to shoot at things that pop out, to reload on the move, to, shoot fast. I mean, all the stuff that's important. If you're an everyday carry person, you can even shoot it. You won't shoot production. You might, on a local match, I've seen guys shoot from concealment in wearing their cover garment, right? And they shoot appendix, they can still do it. Again, it's not for the competition point. It's the time to just learn how to do your stuff. And in a local match, they're not gonna care. You go to nationals, yeah, they're gonna put you in a different division. But so who cares? It's all about getting better. And that's why competition is important. So if you want to get into USPSA, you can go to uspsa.org and learn all about it. There's tons of video online, watching all these great shooters. You can find a local match. You can find a local club. Something that I'm doing for the month of June, because we are talking about competition and getting started in it. I'm offering all access pass, all access pass for this video for the guys who comment. Not everybody, but what I'll do is you leave a comment down below. I'm gonna, in the next couple days, I'll announce it. I'm gonna draw a random comment with the random comment thing that you can do. and that person will get an all access pass. So if you're not leaving a comment, you're not eligible to get an all access pass. And if you're the one guy that leaves a comment, well, guess what? Doesn't have to be any random. You will get that all access pass. And what it is, if you go to shootersummit.com, you'll see all the instructors, 23 of them for this past year, talking about what you can do today to become a better shooter. And who doesn't want to become a better shooter? I know I do. With the shootersummit.com, you can see all that, and I'll be giving you an all access pass for those who leave a comment. And please hit like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And that like is this thing, subscribe is the subscribe button, or you can shoot subscribe on this logo thing now. That is apparently subscribe, if you didn't know that. Anyways, this is Arik from Firearms Nation saying, join the nation and compete.